Loaded cheesy nachos. Come on, folks, we got those. Loaded cheesy nachos. Come on, folks, we got those. Loaded cheesy nachos. Come on, folks, we got those. Loaded cheesy nachos. Hello, my loves, and welcome back into my kitchen today. I am Gabrielle Reyes, also known as One Great Vegan. And if y'all can't tell, it is Saturday at 1 p.m., which means I am hosting my live musical cooking class. Real quick though, I see that my light is a little bit too hot, so I'm just gonna turn it down so I don't out-bright everything real quick. All right, turn the light down, just a little bit down. There we go. There we go. Since I'm wearing white, let's see, how's that looking? She looking better? She looking a little less bright? Let me see. Maybe I'll just turn her off. Because normally she adds a nice little glow, but today she's adding too much, you know? So y'all, today we're making that loaded cheesy nachos. And hopefully y'all have the ingredients that I sent y'all, that y'all saw on my Instagram, my Facebook, my Twitter, my YouTube, my everything. Hopefully y'all saw all the ingredients. And this is gonna be a delicious, wonderful, cheesy and easy, those rhyme, cheesy and easy recipe that we're gonna make today. So let's go over the ingredients, but before we do that, y'all, let's wash our hands, 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 wash our hands. So let's go ahead and wash our hands, all soapy and sudsy. Get them all cleaned up. That way, we're not gonna get sick. We're not gonna feel any kind of way when we get cooking. So let's go over the ingredients. And because this recipe has a lot of ingredients, I'm actually gonna start cooking while we go over the ingredients. So the first thing I have in my pot, my medium-sized pot, is some grapeseed oil, grapeseed oil, y'all. And this is going to make everything just start off the goodness and the deliciousness. So what I have in here is my chopped red onion, and I'm just gonna be adding in about 1/4 of a cup. And my pot's already nice and hot. So I'm just gonna start these getting sauteed because I wanna make sure that these get nice and cooked down and clear and delicious so we can add in our meat and our beans and our seasoning and everything else. So let me get that cooked down. Get yourself a spatula. If you're at home and you're still chopping your onion, take your time. Don't rush this. This should be enjoyable. This should be fun. And y'all know how I always start off my recipes. Cooking is easy and fun when you sing. Onions and oil can make anything. Cooking is easy and fun when you sing. Onions and oil can make anything. So you can start off a recipe with onions and oil, or onions and aquafaba, or onions and veggie broth, and it will start your recipe off right. Just adding in those flavors from the jump. So like I said, I'm gonna start these going and glowing, but while I'm doing that, let's go over our other ingredients that we're gonna need. So I was talking about, after this, we're gonna incorporate that Beyond Meat, which I have in my refrigerator. Beyond Meat, Beyond Meat, Beyond Meat, Beyond Meat. I love Beyond Meat. Y'all saw that they reached out to me and they started sending me all these awesome products to use in my cooking classes, in my cooking show. So y'all, I'm really excited to start using this in this delicious, beefy, meaty, just ooey gooey, delicious feast we're gonna make. So get yourself some Beyond Meat, and then you're gonna also want some black beans. And we're gonna combine the meat with the black beans, and we're gonna pour that on over our nachos. So that's basically the main part that you're gonna need for that bean and beef mixture. And then the thing that we're gonna use to make that delicious coconut queso is gonna be some coconut milk. I have some canned coconut milk in here, just nice and fatty and delicious. Let me check in on my girl. Ooh, she is cooking up, y'all. Look at that on my, I don't know if y'all can see in there pretty well. Oh, there she goes, there she goes. Onions and oil can make anything. True and fast. All right, so like I was saying, my loves, I have my coconut milk in here. You can honestly use any plant milk that you want to use, but for me, I'm gonna be using that nice, full fat coconut milk, and this is gonna make everything creamy and delicious. And the other ingredients you're gonna need specifically to make this coconut queso is gonna be some tapioca flour. I'm gonna be using about 1.5 tablespoons. Just add in, honestly, however much kind of like stretchiness and stickiness. If you want it less sticky, stretchy, add in less tapioca flour. If you want it more stretchy and sticky, you're gonna add in a little bit more. For me, what I found when I've been experimenting with the recipe is just add in a little bit and then you're gonna add in more as you go if you want it more stretchy. This recipe is so easy, y'all. Also, it's gluten-free, it's soy-free, it's nut-free, it's vegan, it's gluten-free, it's soy-free, it's nut-free, it's vegan, which is awesome because that means so many people can enjoy this hearty, delicious meal that you literally would never know is gluten-free, soy-free, nut-free, and vegan, y'all. So, like I was talking about, these onions are already cooked down. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my Beyond Meat, and I'm gonna be using about 1/4 of the package. The recipe calls for half the package. That's if you're obviously making a big feast for your family and your friends and your loved ones while you're quarantining at home. Is that a verb now? Quarantining. Wow, that could be a thing. Wildness. But for me, I'm gonna be using just about 1/4 of the package. Just gonna break off a little piece. This is gonna be for Ace and I. We're gonna feast today, y'all. You know, I practice intermittent fasting, and I love digging into like a big, hearty plate of nachos. Nachos are my favorite food in the whole world, y'all. So add in that Beyond Meat, and just kind of break it apart in your pot. You're just gonna separate it, and what we're gonna do is basically brown the meat. The same way you would use like animal flesh, which I don't call it meat anymore, because listen, to me, that's not meat. This to me is meat. This is what's giving me sustenance. But if you are cooking like traditional beef or, you know, lamb, or I don't know what people cook, if you're doing that, basically you're browning it the exact same way you would do that. You're treating it the exact same way. And that's what's awesome about Beyond Meat and their products. You can use it the same way that you would have used your other products before you were eating all the delicious plant-based goodness. So I am just breaking this up in my pot. You can also do this in a pan if you want to. For me, this is gonna be easier, especially when I pour in those beans as well. It's gonna be nice and hearty and delicious. Also, what's fierce about this Beyond Meat, it already has that salt in it, it already has that a bunch of the flavoring in there, but we're gonna add in just a little bit of some smoked paprika. Y'all know how it goes. I have to always add in smoked paprika. And then we're also gonna be adding in just a touch of chili pepper and just a smidget of salt. If your beans are already salted, don't add any more salt. If you need a little bit more salt, like non-salted beans, if you didn't flavor your beans when you were cooking them at home, that's okay. Go in and add in a little bit of salt. So there we go. I am browning this up just like that, and it's already cooking down nice and delicious. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wanna get this to a point where it's pretty brown, but not to the point where it's like hard and crusty. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna add in the beans with the liquid in it. So as you can see, I've saved my liquid in my beans, and it's gonna help everything just get juicy and delicious. So there we go. Awesome. So that's kind of how we're gonna start this whole recipe, y'all, with that beef and beans, beef and beef and beans. Whoa, beef and beans, beef and beef and beans. I love mixing these two ingredients together, whether it's like on the side in like a taco bowl or a burrito bowl or something, it doesn't matter. It's always delicious and fabulous. So let's let her cook on down. We're done with you, and we're done with our Beyond Meat. Actually, I'm gonna pop this in my fridge just so it stays nice and fresh. All right, goodbye Beyond Meat, goodbye Beyond Meat. All right, this is cooking down, y'all, and let's just move on to that coconut queso, y'all. This is such a simple, easy, and delicious recipe. It all comes down to seasoning, and y'all know why? Seasoning is everything. Seasoning is everything. Whoa, seasoning is everything. When you're making vegan food, when you're making any food, when you're using plants to make food. So especially when you are using plant-based ingredients, seasoning is always key. I say this in every single one of my classes. you're gonna wanna go in with the seasoning. Same way, we're gonna be adding in a little bit of seasoning. This is Beyond Meat and these beans. We're gonna be adding in some seasoning to our coconut queso. So the first ingredient you're gonna need for your coconut queso is your coconut milk, full fat coconut milk. I love full fat coconut milk because to me, if we're gonna be making it coconutty and delicious, we might as well just go in, you know what I'm saying? So for me, the recipe calls for 1 cup of this coconut milk. Like I said, if you're at home making a huge feast for your friends, family, loved ones, whoever, get yourself 1 cup. For me, I'm just gonna be using 1/4 of a cup because like I said, I'm just gonna be drizzling this over a delicious meal for Ace and I, just us two. So I'm not trying to waste too much of this. So you're gonna add it into your bowl, add in some of that, oh, look at that, wow, full fat coconut milk. Y'all saw how chunky and delicious. So I added in my coconut milk, and the next thing you're gonna wanna add in is your tapioca powder. So, just gonna be sprinkling in a little bit. The recipe y'all are following calls for 1.5 tablespoons. For me, I'm gonna be sprinkling about 2 teaspoons in here, just like that. And you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna make the cheese. I'm gonna make a little bit more cheese because you know what, y'all? I already can tell you I'm gonna be putting this in sandwiches, in salads, all that kind of good stuff. And honestly, I have so much coconut milk here, I'm not worried about it. Ooh, come on, beef. She's browning down, y'all. So, as your beef is browning down, we're gonna make that coconut queso, So let's make this coconut queso. So we have our 2 main ingredients that we need in this. Like I said, I'm gonna make a little bit more because I wanna just make this delicious. I'm making a pretty big pot. Who am I kidding myself? I always pretend I'm not gonna make a lot and then I end up making like a huge feast and just going in, y'all. So I have my coconut milk in here, and then I have my tapioca flour in here as well. It's really, really key that you have a separate bowl to mix all your goodiness. That way it doesn't get grainy when you put it in your pan. So I'm gonna get this pan nice and hot already. All right, so let's add in that seasoning. Let's add in our seasoning. Let's add in that seasoning, and the first seasoning we're gonna need, obviously, y'all, is gonna be some nutritional yeast. I love nutritional yeast, y'all. I just did another recipe, cheesy butter noodles. Y'all know how it is. Those are so incredible and delicious. And for this recipe, we're just gonna be using about 3 tablespoons of that nutritional yeast. And this is what's gonna be giving that main flavor and that color too. So add it into your bowl. Just add in my nutritional yeast inside of my bowl. And then y'all, let's add in our other seasonings. So what I have here is I have some cumin. I'm just gonna sprinkle in about 1 teaspoon of some cumin. Same thing with that smoked paprika. Hey! If you're making more, add in a little bit more of that smoked paprika. But for me, I'm just gonna be adding in just a little bit, just about 2 teaspoons of that smoked paprika. Like I said, if y'all want it smokier, you can add in however much you want. Ooh, and our beef is browning down. Let's take a moment, actually, let's check out your beef, see how it's doing. Break apart what other pieces. Mine personally is cooking down, y'all. She is beefy and good to go. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna add in my black beans. So just pour in your black beans and mix it in with your meat. Ah, yes, so hearty and so delicious. All right, so while we're here, let's just add in that seasoning while we're at it, okay? So what I have here that I'm gonna add in here is a little bit of some chili powder, y'all. Ooh, it smells so good. It's so just like flavorful and like a packed full of that punch of smokiness too. So I'm gonna add in a touch of that. Be adding in about 1/2 of a teaspoon, just a really, really small amount. You don't wanna go too crazy because you already got all that seasoning inside of that coconut queso we're gonna make. So let's also add in just a touch of some smoked paprika. Hey. Put that on in there, y'all. And if you need salt, go on and add in some salt. I'm gonna add in a touch of pepper. I already know my beans are already seasoned with some salt and pepper, and also that beef already has some salt in there too. So like I said, you don't wanna be going too crazy with the sodium. So that's it, y'all. Your beans and your beef are seasoned and ready to go. I would put it now on medium low, because we're just gonna let these sit and simmer in its sexy juices, y'all. What I'm gonna do next is I'm just gonna cover it on up, just like that, and our beans and beef are gonna be ready and willing to go inside of our mouth whenever it's time. All right, also y'all, so we are making our coconut queso. So I told y'all we already have the coconut milk in there. We already have the tapioca flour, which also, y'all, I'm gonna make a lot of queso. Look at this huge jug of tapioca flour. I've already added in my nutritional yeast, and my smoked paprika and a little bit of that cumin. You wanna make sure that whenever you're making this, you don't wanna go too in with that cumin, because sometimes it can overpower and get kind of dirty and kind of taste like it's from the earth, which that's not a bad thing sometimes, but specifically for your coconut queso, you don't really want to taste in like the earth. You want to taste in like what? Queso! Queso, y'all. Yes, queso. So let's add in our other seasonings to make it taste just like queso. So I've already added in some of them. Let's add in our garlic powder, onion powder. Y'all know how it is. Garlic powder, onion powder. Add in that garlic powder and onion powder. I'm gonna be adding in about 1 teaspoon, just a splash. And you wanna make sure that you don't add in too much of that seasoning. You don't wanna be adding in like crazy amounts of tablespoons whenever you're making this, unless you're making a huge batch, because sometimes when you cook it down, if you add in too much seasoning, it gets kind of grainy. So you want to make sure that you avoid that, either by putting your mixture in a blender and blending it down, and then putting it in your pan, or you can just go a little bit lighter on that garlic powder and onion powder specifically. The granules in there are just a little bit thicker and juicier than you want stuck in your coconut queso. So like I said, I've already added in about a teaspoon of my onion powder. I'm adding in about a teaspoon of that garlic powder too. There we go, y'all. And like I said, I'm just putting it in this medium-sized bowl right here. Now it's time for the really fun liquidy ingredients. I have some lime juice. What I also have here too, y'all, and y'all should have this in your kitchens too, this is some pickled jalapenos. Sometimes I'll add in some of the juice from the pickled jalapenos to make it a little bit spicy and zestier. Today I'm gonna be adding in that lime juice. This is about 1/2 of a tablespoon of lime juice. You just wanna balance out that little bit of acidity. And then, y'all don't play around. Y'all know what this is. Maple syrup. Y'all know what this is. I'm gonna be adding in about 1/2 of a tablespoon of my maple syrup, just to add in that little bit of sweetness. Add in that little bit of sweetness. I like to think that I add in my own little bit of sweetness with my personality, but you know, also with the maple syrup. Y'all see how I add it to literally every single recipe. Maple syrup, every single recipe. Every single recipe, y'all. Also, really quick little hack. If you don't want to go through all of those motions of putting in all those separate different kinds of spices and seasonings, you can just add in the nutritional yeast. Make sure you get some nutritional yeast, okay? We are in crazy, wacky times, y'all, but you need your nutritional yeast. That's just gonna add in flavor to so many of your different dishes, and it's just so versatile. B12, also, y'all, this has B12 in here. There's other delicious, wonderful, incredible nutrients in here for y'all, so get yourself some nutritional yeast. Y'all saw how big my jug is. What I was talking about was that little bit of hack that I wanted to tell y'all about this coconut queso. If you don't have all those separate seasonings like the smoked paprika, the cumin, the garlic powder, onion powder, just get yourself some tahini, just get yourself some quick chili mix, get yourself anything that's like fajita flavored, just pop it in there, pop about, I would say like 1 tablespoon in there, and mix it around, get some of that lime juice, and you should be Gucci to go. And what do you know? Last thing we're gonna add in, y'all, is that pink Himalayan salt. Add in however much you personally like. For me, I'm gonna be adding in about 1/2 of a tablespoon. I'm just gonna sprinkle it on into my bowl, and everything is going inside of my medium bowl, because y'all, now we about to mix it up, whisk it up, mix it up. So get your whisk in there and just start mixing around all of that. And so what I like to do is I like to check my consistency. You want it pretty liquidy before you put it inside of your pan. See, just like that. I think I'm gonna add in just a little bit more of my coconut milk because I want it super, super liquidy. Because when you add in that tapioca flour, it's actually gonna harden up. Ooh, she's kind of getting cooked, all cookie. I see you, girl. I see you, beans and beef. So when you add in that tapioca flour, y'all, it's actually gonna make things thicken up really, really quickly. So I always like to make sure whatever I'm putting in my pan is a little bit thinner than the texture that I really want whenever I get my coconut queso. So let me add in just a little bit more of that coconut milk. And y'all can see this beautiful, lovely color we have here. Now, I think I'm actually gonna be adding in a little bit more of that smoked paprika. Hey, yeah. A little bit of that smoked paprika, just because I really like that smokiness and that sexiness. And let me add in just a little bit more of that salt, since I did add in more of that milk. Whenever I add in more liquids into my recipes, especially if I'm making something that I can't really taste as I go, I like to always just make sure that I note that I added more milk product, or I added more coconut milk or cashew milk or almond milk, whatever kind of milk. And so let me just add in a little bit more of that salt, a little bit more of that seasoning just to balance out, make sure those seasonings still come through. So I'm adding in, like I said, 1.5 tablespoons to 1 tablespoon would do just fine for y'all. Ooh, look at that. We are mixing her around. Whisk her around, whisk it 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 around, whisk that queso around, whisk that queso around. And you can see I have, oh y'all, she smells so good. She smells like straight up queso, and she's not even cooked yet. That's what's wild. You want to make sure you don't have no clumps in there, especially from the tapioca flour, because that clumpiness is just not going to be sexy on top of those chips. But y'all, look, we are ready. I have this ready to go. So y'all, that's the easiest way to make a quick little coconut queso. And now I'm just going to use my pan right here and pour this in, just like that, and start cooking it up. There you go, girl. Ooh, she cooking. Let me add in just a little bit more. Add it into your pan and just start stirring it. You want to make sure that you're stirring it as you pour it in the pan, because like I said, y'all, this is going to thicken up real quick. You don't want it to burn. Oh, look at that. I hope y'all can see how it's just turning into juicy thickness right now. Whisk that coconut queso around. 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 I'm just whisking this around on medium-high, making sure that it's not clumping, and y'all can, ooh, I hope y'all's kitchen smells as delicious, flavorful, and fierce as mine does right now, y'all, because this is not a joke. This is honestly the perfect kind of thickness I want to. Look at that, y'all. Look at how, oh man, this is vegan food porn right here. Look at that delicious, look how easy it was to make this super simple, nut-free, gluten-free. You don't need to soak nothing with this, y'all. This is super simple right here. All right, y'all, so I have my coconut queso ready. I got my beans and beef ready. I'm just gonna leave my coconut queso on medium low. Don't want it to burn, but I still want it to stay nice and warm and juicy. Also, obviously, you can make a huge batch of this and just kind of warm it up as you go. But like I said, y'all, I am feasting with Ace today. So let's go and let's glow. The other thing I wanted to talk to y'all about real quick, if you want to add in just a little bit more of that smoky, oh, y'all, this is like sickeningly delicious. Look at this. This is just perfect. And y'all gonna see how it drizzles on top of that coconut. Y'all. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, I'm gonna put these back, y'all. Oh, y'all, we got some loaded cheesy nachos. Loaded cheesy nachos. We got some fierce nachos coming up pretty soon. So let me just scoot this forward. Y'all can see how delicious and sexy and bubbly and boily that's getting. Awesome. All right, y'all, so the last thing I want to show y'all how to make is my great sauce. Very, very simple, awesome sauce. I actually used to sell this sauce pretty regularly. I used to make it at a whole manufacturer, the whole thing. But now, y'all, I'm going to teach y'all how to make it because, listen, I'm just, sharing is caring these days, right? I'm not trying to charge nothing. I'm just trying to share the words of vegan wisdom out here in these streets, okay? All right, I'm gonna turn her down because she's getting nice and boiling. If she's starting to boil on top, just turn it down. It'll stay nice and warm as we continue to make our great sauce. So, to make this great sauce, y'all, the only 3 ingredients you're gonna need is some vegan mayonnaise, veganese, if you will. I always use soy-free. You're gonna need some yellow mustard, or whatever mustard, it don't matter. And then you're gonna need your favorite barbecue sauce. And y'all, that's it. All we're gonna do is just scoop out, let's see where my spoon at. Let me scoop out. For me, I'm gonna be scooping out about 1/4 of a cup of this delicious and awesome product right here, this veganese. Put it in my small little bowl right here. And then I'm gonna be, oh my gosh, y'all, I keep getting distracted at how beautiful this queso is. I am like shocked with how just cheesy and gooey it is. Wow. All right, let's focus, y'all. Let's get back to the great sauce. So I have my veganese in my medium bowl, and then I have some yellow mustard. I'm just gonna squirt in here about 1 tablespoon. There we go. And then, already got some of that goodness on me. I'll be adding in about 2 tablespoons of my Stubbs barbecue sauce. So just put that on in there. And then what we gonna do, y'all? Whisk it around, 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 whisk that great sauce around. Look at that, y'all. And the sauce is done. This is gonna be a perfect extra level of cheesiness, flavorful smokiness, and awesomeness. All right, y'all, so we are done with all of our elements. We are done with all of our elements. So what I'm gonna do now, y'all, I'm gonna go grab Ace because he's hungry and we have to feast, of course. What I also have here too, y'all, is a little bit of salsa I might wanna add on. We're gonna see how inspiration takes me. Some avocado, I might add that on. And I also have my organic corn chips. You can use whatever chips you want for this recipe. Heck, you can even put it on fries. I think Ace was actually talking about literally putting it on some French fries. So, we'll see, we'll see. All right, y'all, let me go grab Ace real quick. Come on, folks, we got those loaded cheesy nachos. Come on, folks, we got those. Ace Anderson in the building. He's a coming. Y'all, so I don't know if you knew this, but last night Ace and I decided to start filming a scene, like a full scene, a 7-page, how many pages was it? I don't even know how many pages, but a full scene, y'all, at what, midnight? And your girl didn't go to bed until 6 a.m., so. The great Ace Anderson, everyone. But it was really fun. It was really cool because the director, he was our digital director, Yaki. We put him literally on a chair and got to kind of work with him through the phone, which was kind of wild. Baby, look at this queso. Isn't this awesome? Look at that. All right, let me give it a good whisk. Y'all see how beautiful. Look at this. Oh, my goodness. She is gorgeous. Wow. Ooh, yes. Look at that. Actually, you know what, baby? How hungry are you? You want me to add some more queso? Or is this enough queso for you?
So we can get some more.
A little bit more queso. And what's fierce about this recipe, y'all, you can just pour in a little bit more. Pour in a little bit more. Pour in a little bit more. Whisk it in, add it in with your other. Just like that, y'all. And there you got more queso. Easy breezy, beautiful. Already warm, mixed in with everything. And oh my baby, look at how cheesy and good this looks. Y'all, your girl has not eaten today. I didn't eat last night. I am ready to feast. All right, y'all, let's assemble our loaded cheesy nachos. Like I said, I got my potato chips right here. And I got myself a big bowl. All right. First things first, we have our tortilla chips. We'll get out a good helping. Come on, folks, we got those loaded cheesy nachos. All right, so I got my bowl full of my delicious tortilla chips, organic chips. Whenever I buy chips, y'all, yeah, baby, if you want to use light, it was a little bright, you can see my white. My white too bright to shine in the light. But if it looks good on camera, baby, you know what? I'm sure the people at home in their delicious homes aren't worried about my bright white shirt blasting into their eyes. We'll see. Stay tuned. All right, y'all. So let's add on those delicious ingredients. So I got my beans and my beef. First things first. Ooh, hello. Let me not spill that. Oh, y'all. Look at this. Beans and beef. Beans and beef. Pour that in over your cheesy nachos. Put that on in. Y'all, this is protein. This is iron. This is fiber. This is everything you need to get yourself going and glowing. Okay? All right. I'm stacking these high, too. I'm not playing any games. Look at that. All right. So we have our beans and our beef and our nachos, right? Next thing, let's pour on. I want to make this beautiful. Really, y'all, let's pour on our nacho cheese. You ready, baby? You ready to see? Pour on that nacho cheese. 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 And your girl is pouring it all on. Y'all, this is seriously the best it has ever come out. I am shook, I am surprised, and I am very excited to eat this. So, beans, beef, nacho cheese. What else we got, y'all? We have that great sauce. So let me get myself a spoon. I hope y'all have all these delicious ingredients at home and y'all are cooking up this delicious feast. I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of that great sauce on top. Like I said, this is just gonna add in more smokiness, more flavor, more ooey gooey delectableness. Look at this. I should show y'all. Y'all need to see this. Look at it. Ah, so good. Yes. All right. Oh, girl, don't be burning. There ain't no need for all that, my love. Come on back here. So, y'all, this is just getting too exciting as we build this baby. Now I have some pickled jalapenos. Maybe use the juice to put it inside of your coconut queso. But for me, y'all, I'm going to be using a couple of these to top off my delicious nacho plate. Let's add in a couple of these pieces. I love spicy, y'all. I would have added in some hot sauce too, some habanero, some scotch bonnet, some something. All right, there we go. Just a couple pieces. Just a couple pieces. We don't want too spicy now. All right, y'all. I don't think I'm gonna be adding in avocado. This is already loaded, layered, and all kinds of delicious. And the last thing, y'all, is that fresh element. Y'all always know, it doesn't really matter what kind of fresh herb you put on there. It could be cilantro, it could be parsley. Today, I'm gonna be using some green onion. So let's just sprinkle that green onion on. Just like that, add on that freshness going on, y'all. And this is about to be a feast. I'm about to just dig all kinds of in. All right, I'm so excited to eat because your girl has not eaten all day. All right, what piece? You get a big juicy piece. Y'all dig in wherever you are at home in the comfort of your beautiful homes. Let's dig in. Oh, bro. Oh, you want one, baby? Come on, folks, we got those loaded cheesy nachos. Come on, folks, we got those loaded cheesy nachos. Y'all, check out this beautiful recipe we just made here. Look at this, y'all. I'm still chewing on it. Look, I got something in my teeth right now. We have our chips. We made that easy, super easy coconut queso. We made those black beans and that beef with that onion and that oil. Y'all know how easy it is to do all of that. Look at this, y'all. Are y'all eating what I am eating? Yes, it's gonna be good. Thank you for hosting a watch party. I hope they're having a party and I hope they're feasting on these nachos as well, y'all. So like I said, y'all, thank you so much for tuning in to this Saturday's live musical cooking class. I had so much fun. Oh, thank you. You're so cool. Really fun. Flower power. From France? Come on, from France. Hello. I'm actually part Haitian, so I grew up understanding French, speaking Creole a little bit. Now your girl struggles, okay? So we'll come back to that. But thank you for the love. Thank you for the blessings. Thank you for everything, y'all. Like I said, y'all saw how simple and easy it is to make these loaded cheesy nachos. I hope y'all had as much fun as I had cooking, glowing, singing, doing what you do, speaking your truth, singing your song, doing your dance in the kitchen. Get yourself going, y'all. Get yourself glowing and make yourself some loaded cheesy nachos, y'all. I will see you next Saturday right here in your kitchen, in my kitchen. Y'all are gonna be able to find this recipe on my YouTube channel. In about 1 hour, I'm gonna upload this exact video in it. And then you're also gonna be able to find it in my digital printable recipes, which are all what? Free. You don't gotta pay for none of this, y'all. Just go on to onegreatvegan.com, One Great Vegan on YouTube, YouTube/OneGreatVegan. It don't matter. Type in the words One Great Vegan, and you're gonna find these recipes, y'all. Like I said, thank you so much for cooking, singing, doing what you do with me. I had a blast, y'all, if you cannot tell. And now I'm about to go in. Goodbye, my love.